Hey, what's up, guys? This is John Zocker here at the John Zocker Fly Fishing channel. Today, I just kind of wanted to go into a little bit more depth about the upcoming Costa Maya, Mexico 2026 fly fishing trip. A little bit to go over regarding all the flies I'm going to use, and just a little update before we go. We're actually leaving in less than a week, so there's been a lot of preparation. I did post a video about more of a gear drop with all my fly fishing gear and both bags, my personal item and my carry-on. But today is just going to be a little bit more in depth about the flies and the fly box I'm going to show you here in a minute. I have fished Tulum and Belize just south of where we're going about 10 years ago. And that was it was a couple bonefish there in Chetumal Bay in Belize about 10 years ago, which was kind of cool. And last year I caught a big jack in Tulum, just south of Tulum, on the way to Punta Allen at the Boca Paya. So I'm going to be kind of meeting right in the middle of those two at the Costa Maya. We're actually staying in Maha Wall. I'm really excited to check this town out and see what it has to offer. A lot of cool restaurants and shops, but primarily when it comes to fishing, although we will fish in town there pretty close, I will be going down south to Ishkalak and maybe north a little bit to some bays. I know the Rio Watch is there, so I'm definitely going to be wanting to fish the Caribbean flats, and then I would like to check out Chetumal Bay again. I think Chetumal Bay has some do-it-yourself access, which is what I'm going to be doing if I happen to run into a guide and decide to go out on a skiff, Ponga. We might. So anyways, here, I'm going to go ahead and flip this camera around now. Just a second, but you're gonna see kind of exactly what we're working with on my new GoPro here. So this is our fly box. It's a big boat box by Umpqua. Our latest fly is this yellow floating Sargasso crab, which apparently is pretty good in the Yucatan. If none of you guys are aware, there are mats upon mats of floating sargassum, or just seaweed that's basically being washed up from the oceans. And it's gross, it's nasty, no one really likes it these days, but what comes with it are these crabs, and they're floating. And a lot of permit have been hitting on them, and I guess I'm hoping maybe tarpon might hit that too. So these are the two latest I actually just got in the mail. We have our raghead crabs as well, Casablanca. We have a few other floating crabs here. I did Sharpie this one yellow, and then we have our merkin crabs that I also Sharpied yellow as well. Those do sink. So sink, 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 sink. We're going to be throwing some crabs. I guess bonefish like them as well. We're going to be throwing some flies at the lighthouse at Maha Wall. So hopefully we can get lucky there. That'll be one of our first trips to get warmed up. We'll keep going here. So some of my favorite flies are some heavier. I think when it comes to bonefish, you're going to want to have a variety of different weights, because it's windy and choppy water, and you're going to want your fly to get down in the water if you need it to. So those are really cool shrimp crustacean patterns. A couple other heavier ones. We got our pink look to it with some flash. That's got some heavier eyes that will drop down for us. And then our Avalons down here, and a variation thereof. So these got a lot of big feathers that I like that bonefish and permit could hit. I like having that option when throwing shrimp. a lot of these crabs, especially these floating, are going to be as if I can like visibly see permit. They will be fun to throw at if I see permit tailing kind of thing. So that's kind of what we're working with here. We're looking at some classic mantis and some crazy charlies up here. So lots of crustaceans for bonefish, permit, and possibly trigger fish. And then here's our bait fish. You know, last year, I'll show you the fly, the exact fly, mind you, that caught that Jack Crevalle that was about 20 to 25 pounds is right here. These are called Nyakas. You can get them at Red's Fly Shop, but I think these bait fish are like wounded little bait fish. I love them. So I can't wait to be throwing these guys. They're still pretty light. Great action in the water. You almost want to double strip them when you're dealing with bait fish, but if you can strip fast enough, you're gonna entice some fish. In fact, if they see these, typically jack, because they're so aggressive, they will eat it. I got a variety of different sizes and colors in them. So you can see I really love the gray-white, like almost mullet look to it. And then we got this, I can't remember if they call it cotton candy, kind of like a brown. We got greens, more white, and then I kind of have them in a cool purple for tarpon. I do Sharpie these, and I can cut them. Kind of reminds me almost of a Game Changer. They're not Game Changers by Blaine Chocolate, but almost like a jerk changer. They obviously don't have that serpentine action like a swim bait would. They just kind of have that wounded bait fish look, and they do have these feathers tied, so they probably, in the water when swimming fast, they do have a look like almost a swim bait. Very cool bait fish patterns. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them in different colors. We got some smaller Enrique Puglisi's in here. Maybe some tarpon might like that. You know, another cool Enrique right there. And a black and purple for tarpon, tarpon toad, bigger tarpon fly patterns, and then, you know, some Clouser minnows like deceivers. So I think in total here we have about 70 flies. I'm gonna flip this around real quick. See if I can get you guys finish out the video, but that's about it, guys. It's a really cool fly box, and I'm really excited. I just wanted to hear your thoughts. The most latest, you know, is the floating crab. This is a thing here in the Yucatan Peninsula with the Sargasso grass, and there are crabs that live underneath those mats and within the mats. I think they're kind of red, yellow, orange, but I think this yellow really pops. As a matter of fact, about this fly, there's a guide down there for the X-Flats named Tommy, and you can watch their new video online. Pretty cool about Tommy. He is deaf, but he is a great fisherman and can see the fish, and he's really in tune with them, and he ties these flies. So I was able to get a couple of them in the mail before we go. Man, I'm just very excited to possibly see some tailing permit, because as we all know, that is like the holy grail of fish to get. And you know, I've caught a lot of jacks in my day. They look similar. They behave different, that's for sure. I'm sure they fight the same. I know Big Permit can fight like crazy. But I've caught a lot of fish in Florida, you know, and then like I said, bonefish in Belize, jacks in Tulum. So I'll be right in the middle of this mix. I'm really excited to see the Costa Maya and Maha Wall. So if you guys have any thoughts or opinions, if you want to leave a comment, that might be nice. Maybe some suggestions. This is the fly box we're taking. It's a big boat box, so this is like the one box we're going to use. We actually have a side little fly box I did in my other gear video for kind of like a day box. It's really small, but this does fit in my sling pack. And the idea is, instead of digging into it, I do have these slots back here. I can put flies. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and leave a comment if you think I should do something or add anything to this box before I go. Thanks, guys.